hearing about Radha Krishna, speaking about Radha Krishna, meditating Radha Krishna, and also serving Giriraj. This is one of the Panchamritas. So, 7 days and 7 nights afterwards, Krishna put it down, Govardhan, and all cowherd men went home. Because for 7 days and 7 nights they were just absorbed in Krishna's beauty, they could not think too much what's happening. They were just enjoying that, tasting it. Just like when the feast comes and you get your spoon of rubbery, how they make it, who cares? Just taste it. But afterwards you can lie in bed and think, why did I have so much? How do they make it? What preparations, what spices they use. Then afterwards you think all these things. So all cowherd men returned home, they began thinking, what did we just see? Before they were thinking, yes, maybe Nanda Baba got some benediction from the Raj. Something like blessing of the Brahmana he did. They're thinking, no, what he did, this is completely extraordinary. How could a child of 7 days lift huge mountain, Giriraj, the king of mountains, and very easily, just like an elephant lifts a mushroom, no perspiration, no shaking, nothing, very easily, very happily. It could not be, maybe Krishna is like some type of incarnation. But even we see, even the minor incarnations, they appear in a little high-class family. Vrajavasi were thinking. Ram appeared in royal dynasty. Who else? Vamadev appeared in the heavenly planets. Who else? Even Buddha appeared as son of a king. Huh? Pritumaj, son of Manu. No question of low birth there. So even the minor incarnations appear in very high-class family. But Krishna is born like us, dirty cowherd men, little low class, not educated or anything like that, just moving in the forest, gypsies. Even in Europe, to be born as a gypsy is considered not so great, right? The Romans, the gypsies, like Lakshman and all that. So they're talking. Then if Krishna's, even if he is an incarnation, why he took birth in low-class family? This would normally be like not so good. And also, maybe he's an incarnation, but he has so much spontaneous attraction for us. When we play with him, when we tickle him, when we talk, he feels also so much happiness. And when we neglect him, he feels sad and depressed. Also, we have seen he has hunger and thirst. He lies. He goes calf grazing, not even cow grazing, calf grazing. So if he is an incarnation of Bhagavan, why would he be doing like that? Doesn't make sense. So after Giriraj Puja, everyone went home and began thinking. All became a little confused, so all cowherd men went into the assembly of Nanda Maharaj. They said, since this child, this boy, only 7 years old, right? How old is Radha? Where's Radha? Radha's 8. So you can imagine how small is Krishna, right? Like that, child. Even though this child is only 7 years old, 7 is very small. How could he perform such extraordinary activities? Sorry for giving you work. And why? And why he took birth in low family? We can't understand this. We just saw how this child lifted Govardhan playfully, like an elephant lifts a lotus flower. Also, how long babies have their eyes closed when they're born? How many weeks? Huh? Come on, you've had a baby.
3 days.
Yeah? All the Vatsalya experience comes. 3 days, 1 week. So when Krishna killed Putana, his eyes not even fully opened. Amilita, yes, Sukadev, Amilita, means not open fully. That means not, it's 3-4 days old. But he drank the breast milk of Pujana and sucked out her life. Just like time sucks out youth from the body. Cannot stop. When he was 3 months old, just playfully, he kicked with his little toe, he killed the Sakatasur demon. At the age of 1, he was taken in the sky by Trinavarta. Baby Krishna just grabbed his neck and killed him very easily. But that same Krishna was caught stealing butter. His mother tied him to a grinding mortar. Then on his hands and knees, he crawled away and broke the twin Arjun trees. We also saw when Krishna went in the forest with Balaram, he killed Bakasur. Even the demigods Brahma, Shiva and Indra could not kill Bakasur. He was so powerful. But Krishna split him in half, just like a child splits a blade of grass. He killed Bakasur, he killed Vatsasur and threw his body in the trees and knocked down fruits as play. We saw him with Balaram. He killed Denikusur. Then Balaram killed Pralambasur. Krishna saved all the Vrajavasis by drinking the forest fire. He chastised the very powerful snake Kaliya and humbled him. He freed the Yamuna from poison. But we cannot understand, Nanda, how is it we cannot give up affection for your son? The Vrajavasis love Krishna more than their own son, own wives, more than their own selves. Gurudev would explain, if someone comes with a gun, give me your money, give me your cell phone. Yeah, take it, buddy, take it. No, because the self is more dear than possessions. No, even to protect oneself, one can even, like I heard, it's a terrible story, but I remember reading it when I was a kid. I like these words. The Nazis would put everyone in the gas chambers. And everyone's in there, mothers, fathers, children, grandparents, everyone together. And they put the poison in, the poison would drop, it was heavier than air. The room would fill with poison, so the air pockets were in the top. So to get that last drop of air, even mothers and fathers, they would push down their own children, push down their grandchildren, just to get that last drop of air. So the self is more dear to us than anyone. But Krishna is more dear to us even than our own selves. We cannot understand this. How is it we are so much spontaneously attracted to your son? We don't understand. This is not natural. And also, this is not just one-way traffic. Krishna also too much love us also. Prema means, Jai Vidharma, Prema has explained, spontaneous attraction between two living entities, conscious entities, that is prema. On the one hand, this boy is only 7 years old, but on the other hand, he's doing such amazing things. Therefore, we have a great doubt about your son. So Gurudev, this is called Baitak. Many places in Vraj, Baitak means like assembly hall, assembly place. Sometimes it's in like the cow fields, or sometimes Nanda Baba's own personal house. So, Gurudev said, when Nanda Baba heard this, he too much laughed. So one time I remember near Nandagaon, Trivika Maharaj was doing some exceptions. Then Nanda Baba said, I heard cowherd men not become mature before the age of 80. Then Gurudev reached and pulled off Trivika Maharaj's hat. Maharaj was quite bald here. Then Gurudev was rubbing his head. Still Trivika Maharaj, 79, still not understand. So Vrajavasis, Nanda Baba said, cowherd men, little simple, they only mature when they're a little old. So let me dispel your doubts. Just hear my words. When Krishna was born, Gargacharya, he came and he spoke some predictions about my son. Supratas tatapita idamam Krishnanam gata. So Gargacharya said, your son, Vanastraya Kilasayan Grinato Anuiganantanum Supratas tatapita idam Krishnanam gata. Gargacharya said, your son Krishna appears in an incarnation in every age. In the past, he has assumed the different complexions, white, red, and yellow. Now he has appeared in this blackish form. For many reasons, this beautiful son of yours previously appeared as the son of Vasudeva. Therefore, people call him Vasudeva. Your son has many, many forms and names according to his qualities and activities. Gargacharya said, I know them, but most people don't know them. This child will always act auspiciously for you and increase the bliss of the inhabitants of Gokul. By his grace, you will cross all obstacles. Sometimes, when the universe is disturbed, that time your child appeared in different ages to destroy the demons and to protect the saintly persons. Demons cannot hurt the devotees on whose side Lord Vishnu always stays. Similarly, any group attached to Krishna cannot be defeated. So the reason Krishna is doing all these wonderful things is not Krishna's power, this is your attachment to him, this is giving the result. This child, Narayana Samaguna, the Gargacharya said, your child is like Narayana. In his qualities, opulence, name, fame and influence, he is exactly the same as Narayana. Thus you should not be astonished by his activities. So Gargacharya is speaking with one mood. Your child is Narayana, same as Narayana. But Nanda Baba hearing through the filter of Vatsali Ras. Raganuga Bhakti have 5 limbs. Baba Mohi, Baba Sambandha, Baba Anukul, Baba Pratikul, Baba Virud. Baba Anukul means in every situation, the devotee takes what is good for their Baba in any situation. What is necessary, what's good, they extract that and leave the rest. Just like a swan, if you mix milk and water together, the swan drinks the milk and leaves the water. Like we're singing Samsara Dava Nalalita Loka. So maybe some devotee in Vatsali Ras like Giri or something. Nikunja Yuno Rati Kelly Siddhai, Mai Ishdev Subal, he also helping to arrange the meeting of Radha Krishna. Those in Vatsali Ras, yes, you're sort of also indirectly helping the meeting of Radha Krishna. So everyone take what is good for their mood. And what is not necessary, they just leave to the side. So Nanda Baba hearing Gargacharya saying your son is the same as the Supreme Lord Narayan, he appears in every age to destroy the demons and to remove and to support the saintly persons. But Nanda Baba hearing in another mood. Oh yes, Gargacharya said, that Krishna's, Narayan's power enters Krishna. Shakti, Shakti Matorapet. There's no difference between Bhagavan and his potency. So Gargacharya said your son is as good as Narayan. But Nanda Baba understand, no. Narayan's power enter your son, then he becomes like Narayan. Actually Gargacharya is saying your son is actually millions of times more than Narayan. Now to give some example. Like someone has an electric rickshaw, and to encourage that person, say, "Wow, this is like a Lamborghini." Where's the rickshaw? Where's the electric rickshaw? Where's the Lamborghini? But some comparison is there. So Gargacharya is saying with that mood, your son is like Narayan. Means Lord Narayan is like the electric rickshaw, and your son is like the Ferrari. So Narayan's potency enters your son, then he performs wonderful activities. But these are not really due to Krishna, this is due to your affection. Because Gargacharya said, whoever is attached to Krishna, by his grace will cross all obstacles. You should not be bewildered by your son's activities. Because of Krishna's wonderful activities, you should not think him as God. Instead, you should make him the object of your compassion by blessing him to live a long life. You should not neglect him, thinking him to be the Supreme Personality of God. This way, Nanda Baba reconciled it. After Gagarishi, Nanda Baba speaking, after Gagarishi spoke all these words and I returned home, I began to think, what is the meaning? I began to consider that Krishna is actually an expansion of Lord Narayana. I consider Krishna, who removes our suffering, to be invested with Lord Narayan's potency. Narayanam Amsa. Amsa means here Shakti, energy. So, having heard Nanda Maharaj's all comments, all Vrajavasi began laughing. Sometimes Guru Maharaj would say, would Bhagavan steal butter? Would Bhagavan lie? Would Bhagavan crawl in the... Like sometimes Krishna and Balaram take cow dung and throw at each other? Is this Bhagavan? So when all Vrajavasi heard this, they began laughing, and that mood which appeared for a moment, they forgot that. So again, their perplexity was gone. Again, they had felt the same affection for Lord Krishna as before. So meanwhile, Indra, he felt great shame. He felt great shame because he had done terrible things. So he was too afraid to approach Krishna directly. So sometimes what we do in order to soften, we bring some gift, right? Some mangoes or something. So Indra too afraid to approach directly. How will I approach? So he knew Krishna was very dear. Very dear to Krishna as the cows. Namo Dev, what is it? Namo Brahmanya Devaya Gobrabanya Hitaya Jagat Hitaya Krishna Govindaya Namo Nama. I give pranam to Govinda, to Krishna. He is always working for the benefit of the cows and the Brahmins. So Indra went to the planet of Golok. Okay, Sita, still awake? Try not to sleep. Like, there's a planet of cows, also called Golok, but not Golok Vrindavan. It's a material planet of the cows. So Indra went there. And then the queen of the cows, the leader of the cows, her name there is Surabhi. So Indra took her, came from her planet and took her to earth to see Krishna. Indra was very ashamed of having done many offenses. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said, after putting Govardhan down, then 2-3 days later, Krishna was walking around Govardhan, checking out the damage. Any trees finished or what happened. So Krishna was walking around Govardhan, checking it out. And he was alone. So that time Indra came and fell at the feet of Krishna, Sundarananda, taking off his very expensive crown and placing at the feet of Krishna. The crown, from the jewels on the crown of Indra was more effulgent than the sun. Indra had, first he heard, but the opulence, the nature of heavenly planets makes you forget. Bhagavatam gives an example, like if you have a pond and you put dry grass around the pond, the dry grass absorbs the water. So the nature of material enjoyment, it absorbs your Krishna consciousness. I mean, what you heard, you forget. So Indra had heard but forgotten. That is the nature of, especially, Janma, Aishwarya, Shraddha, Damanya, Puman. Wealth, beauty, high education, erudition and birth, and high family, this gives one intoxication. So Indra had heard but forgotten, but now he'd seen again. His false pride of being the Lord of Swarga was now destroyed. So he came hiding behind Surabhi. That one pond is there that is called Surabhi. I think this year we just did pranam as we went past. Guru, one who takes bath in that place also becomes free from aparada. So in that place, Surabhi offered prayers to Krishna, and Indra also offered prayers. So Indra Vacha, Vasuda Sattvam Tavadama Santam. Maharaj quoted this verse. Hey Bhagavan, hey Krishna, your body is made of Visuddha Sattva, pure transcendental goodness. Our body is made of Mishra Sattva, Sattva Gun, Rajagun and Tamagun. But Shama, Krishna's body is Visuddha Sattva. Therefore goodness, passion and ignorance do not exist in you. You shine with knowledge and mercy. The modes of nature have no contact with you. Because you are free from contamination in you, there is no duality. There is no greed, lust, anger, or envy in you. But still, therefore, the punishment you give to the souls of this world only gives beneficial result. Like we punish someone, why? Because pride, we're angry, or that person not fulfilled my desire, and we become angry. So our punishment is based on Tamagun, Rajagun, or some mundane understanding of Dharma, Sattva. But Krishna's punishment is not like that. So your punishment is only out of pure mercy. So Indra is speaking all this before being punished. You are the father and spiritual master of the whole world. Therefore, like a guru or father punishes the son only for his benefit, you are like that. Indeed, all your incarnations act auspiciously for everyone. Even fools like me, bewildered by false pride, you also work for our benefit also. Your punishment is only to instruct us. Engrossed in pride over my power and ignorant of your majesty, I made offense to you. May you forgive me. I was bewildered. Let my consciousness never again become impure. We pray like this 5 times a day, but every day we go back. So this way he offered many prayers. Namastu Bhagavate Purushaya Mahatmane Vasudeva Krishnaya Sattvatam Patvaye Namaha. Obeisances to you, the Supreme Soul of all souls. You are all-pervading, reside in the hearts of everyone. My pranam to you, Krishna, the chief of the Yadu dynasty. A man blinded by his own pride cannot see you present before him in the form of Yamaraj with a rod of punishment. Therefore, Krishna gives mercy, he drags someone from their position. So Krishna said, Krishna smiled, "O Indra, out of mercy I stopped the sacrifice meant for you. You had become intoxicated by your opulences, and I wanted you to remember me. Therefore go now, execute my order and continue controlling the universe nicely, but do so without pride." So afterwards, the cows headed by Surabhi offered prayers. Their prayers are a lot sweeter. Surabhi Uvacha, Krishna Krishna Mahayogin Vishvatmam Vishvasambhava Bhavata Loka Natena Sanata Bhayam Achyuta. O Krishna, greatest of mystics, soul and the origin of the universe, you are the master of the 3 worlds, and we also have you as our master. Tvam na Paramatmakam Devam, you are our worshipful deity. Therefore, please accept, we offer you this position as our worshipful Lord. Therefore, at that time, Surabhi gave the name Govinda, Indra of the goats, the cows, the king of the cows. So Krishna, even though Govinda is the eternal name of Krishna, like in Brahma Samhita, the beginning of creation, Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajamis, but still, this is eternal paraphernalia of Krishna, his name, but still it comes in his pastimes when he was 7. So because you are a king, all the cows said, because you are a king, then we have to give you Abhishek. So all the cows, and Indra, especially Indra has one elephant called Airavata. He has 4 tusks. I think he's white. So Indra, especially the cows, all demigods did Abhishek of Krishna. Where did they do Abhishek of Krishna? Sundarananda? No, Govinda Kund. So Indra, Vrajavasi was spraying Krishna with juices and stuff from the heavenly planets. Many kalashas full of milk. Ganga water from the heavenly planets. So all this Abhishek came on Krishna and all the remnants became Govinda Kund. The nearby Madhavendra Puri place, that place there. No? Having now Abhishek Krishna and made him king of the cows. Having thus appealed to Lord Krishna, Surabhi performed the bathing ceremony of Krishna with her own milk. Indra, ordered by Aditya and the others, demigods, anointed Krishna with water from the heavenly Ganga, from the trunk of Indra's carrier Airavata. Thus, in the assembly of demigods and great sages, Indra coronated Krishna and gave him the name Govinda. Narad, the Gandharvas, the Vidyadharas, the Siddhas, the Chalanas all surrounded watching the Abhishek and chanting the glories of Krishna. And the demigods filled with bliss danced in happiness. The most eminent demigods chanted the praises of Krishna and scattered flowers upon him like this. All three worlds felt great happiness. And the cows drenched the surface of the earth with their milk because so much vatsarya for Krishna that milk became pouring out. The rivers flowed with many types of tasty liquids. Trees flowed with honey. All plants gave fruit without any farming. The hills gave forth jewels automatically. Because when Krishna satisfied, whole creation satisfied. So after he had ceremonially bathed Lord Govinda, the master of the cows and the cowherd community, Indra took the Bhagavan's permission, surrounded by the demigods and higher beings, and they returned to the heavenly abodes. Not said Vrajavasi saw any of this, they were too much disturbed. But what can we say? This Govardhan Puja very wonderful. Gurudev said, who even gives a grain of rice, that person, even Indra, the king of heaven, may have to beg door to door, but that person has no unfulfilled desires. So when Govardhan took his form and accepted the offering, he asked old Vrajavasi, what do you want? And old Vrajavasi with one voice said, we just want Jio Sham La La, Jio Sham La La, Piri Teri Pakari Ramka, Jio Sham La. May Krishna live a long life, may he always be healthy. Vrajavasi had no self-interest. So today, Giriraj Puja, Giriraj very satisfied with this. Imagine eating that feast. So anything you ask now, Giriraj definitely gives, so we pray. Oh Giriraj, birth after birth, just give us association of your Rupanuga Vaishnavas. Your Vrajavasi, we have no other desire. So Jai Jai Shri Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai. Anyone want to speak anything?
Yes, Giriraj left to us. There.
Oh, see, the river is old, you should not have to do this.
Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namo Vanchakalpatarubhyascha